Hi y'all. I've had some questions about my Mickey Mouse ear molds, so I wanted to take a minute to try to answer those. Each mold is poured by hand by me, and this is what they look like. They either have 5 little dots or 3, and these make the holes in your resin piece to mount your ears. And each mold is really pretty thick, but I don't make them this way with the intention of you using a whole 3 ounces of resin to fill them. But I'll show you my ears. You can see like my ears are all varying thicknesses. It depends on what I'm doing with them. So if there's something that someone's going to wear, I keep them real thin, so I don't pour the whole mold full. If it's something that's going to be like a wall display or something, I usually make the mold thicker because then it doesn't matter, how heavy it is if it's not actually going to be worn on a headband. And then some of my ears that I use like for repouring are super thick, and I actually used loose change to weigh this down so that the mold's making goo doesn't leak underneath it during the mold making process. But you can see this ear is very, very thick compared to this ear, which is intended to actually be worn. So just because the mold is really deep doesn't mean that you have to pour the whole mold all the way full. Same thing with the toddler ears. This is a toddler ear compared to the standard size ear. You can see it's much smaller. And this size poured full thickness is much too heavy for a child to actually wear. And the reason I make the molds this thick is if you want to have the opportunity to like do a Petri ink drop, then you need this space for the ink to fall, and then it can be cut. Or if you want to put in inclusions into your pieces, those do take up space and will reduce the overall weight of the ear, but you have to have enough depth to completely encapsulate those. Let's see. Hope that helps. If you have any other questions, hit me up on Etsy or ask me here. I'm here to help.